fans. Well, it's afternoon for me for the first time this season. We are here. Well, no, it was Miami, but it's 12:24 p.m. We are about 6 minutes and 30 seconds away from FP1 in Canada. So there I are in Montreal. Uh, yeah, so I have been summoned. Thank you, everyone. It's not lights out away we go just yet, Joel. We are 6 minutes to just free practice one, just the green light, not the whole full on five lights. But this shade with the red flag. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Again, those who are listening on YouTube, those who are listening on Twitch, TikTok, and elsewhere. Is mine the same zone as Montreal? Yes, they're both in the Eastern time zone. So it's 1:24 p.m. track time. Central time is 12:24. So Austin is the same time zone as me. I'm in the same state as Austin as well. That's another matter. Moving on. So thank you, everyone. We are here for pre-practice one. This is Crash with you with live coverage of what will be our first practice. It's a normal weekend. We will have 3 practice sessions this weekend. The news right now that we should probably go over basically, Stroll's back in action for the Canadian Grand Prix. He was out for the Spanish Grand Prix. He injured himself after practice, and that was a big deal. The F1 was released, and next year, this is going to be a big deal. Next year, that Canada's being moved up on the calendar. In fact, it's going to overlap with Indianapolis 500 Sunday next year, and Monag's going to move 2 weeks out, where we're basically flipped Monaco and Canada, and that is why F1. Why did you do this? Why are you? Because basically, you're putting up the F1 race against this race up against the Indianapolis 500. So that's a big ask of Canada. We'll see how things go next year. We might do dual race coverage. I don't know what we're gonna do. But that's gonna be a big. Imola's gone. There'll be 2 Spanish races, Barcelona and the New Madrid track. Haas is going to be celebrating his 200th race here in Canada. I think the other big news story is that Max basically is 1 penalty point away from a race ban. And that's after he ran Russell in the Spanish Grand Prix and other shenanigans. Right now. That record is a 1:13 by Valtteri. 70-lap race. What were their tires were using this weekend? There we go. We're using the C6, C5, C4, so the softest compounds this weekend. So the C6 shows up again here at Canada. That's interesting. So with Max on a potential race ban looming, if he gets another penalty point in the next 2 races, and then 3 by October, Red Bull was already on their way to doing this, but now we know that the driver named Lindbad was approved for a super license. He's only 17, so this is the same, basically the same mechanism that allowed Antonelli to get into the car last year before he was 18. Joel's asking me, have you heard the news about MS new ethics community rule? No, I've not heard about that new rule. That would it would probably bar Carlos Sainz Sr. from running. That would be interesting if he tried to do that. That might get him pulled, the FIA pulled in front of a Congress or Senate committee about that, but we'll see. But let's go back to Lindblad for a second. He's a British driver with Campos Racing in F2. He's part of the Red Bull family, and he's a junior Red Bull driver. He's right now 3rd in F2. He's got 2 race victories and 1 pole position. He's gone back to back in Barcelona. It was 2000 last year in F3 and this year in F2. And then again, if Max would get a race ban, he would be in the mix of drivers. So he would be the 4th driver in the Red Bull family I don't know how they would replace Max if they bring up Isaac and or bring back. I don't know. We'll see, we'll worry about that when that happens. No, Vicky, it's about we're 1 minute and 25 seconds away from a start. We have Stroll in his car. Yeah. Um, I I I don't know. I don't know about Stroll. I don't know about the stories from the Grand Prix, to be quite honest, after with him back already. Um, I would expect him to not be in the car this weekend. No, Paul, it's not 30 minutes to go. We're now 40 seconds to go. We're all human. We're all human. Well, it is again Friday the 13th. So if you're in a slasher film, you're pretty screwed as it is. So, anyways, we do have one of the Haas's out front by McLaren, mistake by the I believe it's the other Haas. Then I believe it's going to be one of the Racing Bulls, if I got the cars right. No, it's not. It's a stake. Then I think I've got that wrong. I think that's a Ferrari. I think that's Hamilton's. Hard to see. The McLaren is going out with an aero rake, so that's interesting. So it's Oscar going out with an aero rake. So Ocon's out first, Oscar second, Hulkenberg is third, Hamilton is fourth. So McLaren is definitely testing something on their car. Copino is out, Lawson is out, Norris is out. Uh, that's Gasly, Leclerc, and Beerman, Borletto, and Albon so far. So we've got several people. What about the Fred rumor about leaving the team? That's interesting. I don't know what to think about that. There are several stories that were posted literally while they were either in flight or like asleep here in Canada. So early morning, dead of the morning for Canada while they were asleep. So it's like three or four articles, and there's a couple of people who are pointing to Ferrari bigwigs that are potentially should go because they allow it to happen. It's a mess. It's if you're like the drama, that's all drama right there. So Ocon, Oscar, and Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg is pitted. Has done a installation lap. Either that or they're scrubbing a medium tire early. Yellow flag already. Oh no! What? What? It's Colapino already? Yellow flag. What's going on? Right now. Colapino is pointed the wrong way on track. He is continuing going. We've gone back to green flag. What did he do to go? So Colpino was in turn two. He looked like he was turned the wrong. He was turned the wrong way for when the F1 TV brought focus on him. They have yet to show a replay what happened. There you go. So he goes. He's starting a push lap and hits the curbs. And he loses the back end on turn two, and he basically turns around the wrong way. Doing will be back in the car tomorrow. Maybe. Yeah, we'll see. See. I mean, this has been a disappointing stint for Colapino, to be quite honest. We have gone back to green flag running. Hamlin right now on top of the board, 117.018. Again, that's on a soft tire. It's early here in FP1. Track is dirty. It was dirty. One of the things that was noticed in the F1 Academy practice is that the track was dirty. Cars and the cars here are also picking up dirt. Verstappen says that his steering wheel feels heavy. The engineer says stand by. That says Hamilton. Verstappen goes top of the board with 116.067. Che, a member for 20 months. Giddy up, go Max from the Max Tiers. Has the track been washed by rain? Not really. Not really. Track is dirty. And that's the case with F1 Academy. It was the case right now. You can see a dust cloud behind the cars. F1 Academy and F1 are the only two basically series that are racing this weekend. So we got no F2, no F3, or the Porsche Super Cup. Again, Max has 11 penalty points on his license for the year so far. Two of those points go off in two races, and then it's a 3-point scenario until we get to like October. So Max needs to be a good boy, not a impeding a pit lane penalty can get him that 1 point. Isaac Kajah has gone top of the board with 115.419. Leclerc has done is P2 right now. He is 0.29 behind. Isaac was fastest in sector 2, sector 3, but on a medium tire. Norris right now fastest in first sector on a new push lap. That's just been taken away by Albon. So Russell right now has second. It's just taken that second sector. We've got some people cooking right now, so times are about to change quickly. 199 super chat from Joel. Go Max, one of the Clarence with DMF. That's an interesting prediction. Don Pierre saying Isaac continues to appear. Yeah, he does continue to impress. I would think he's the one who goes up to Max's car if he's in the race band, and then they bring up Lindblad for the racing bulls. I think that's one way to go. That's an interesting proposition to put Isaac into the Max's car. What happened to Ocon? Ocon did 2 laps and pitted. It looks like Alonso also did no, he's on an out lap right now. Right now, following along with Stroll in his car. Snowda going P2, 115.195. He's only 47 thousandths behind Albon. Albon is P1, 115.148. Isaac has fallen back 2.71. Verstappen right now doing a purple lap so far, fastest for first and second sector. It's a full purple lap now. It's a 114.478. He goes almost 7 tenths faster than Albon, and more than 7 tenths behind by Tsunoda. So I think everyone who is here right now, a few thousand already in YouTube. Where are we with Twitch? Yay. Yeah, we've got some Ackerman over in Twitch right now. Let me see where you are at the moment. Shay with a €249 donation. Giddy up, go everyone. Thank you for the donation. Again, why you can support the channel, again, you can do super chats. There's shares over in Twitch. We also have a newly formed Patreon. That link will be put into chat for those of you as well. So we are about 50 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in this session, and we already had one incident where Colapino was found himself pointed the wrong way after bouncing over curbs. So again, two new times on the board. Leclerc has gone P2, 114.664. He's 1.66 behind Mac. Russell is P3. It's a 3/10 behind Max. Isaac has gone 0.367 behind Max now. Hamilton is P5. He's 6/10 behind Max. New times down the board. Gasly, Sainz, Lawson. Norris just went P5. Fastest first and second, but lost time in that third sector. He's 6/10 behind, 6.03 behind Max, where Hamilton is 6:15. Just looking at what's going on at the moment. Done pieces FB1. Practice. It's practice. Time not to be taken too seriously. Because practice, yeah, obviously, but it is indication of who's got their act together, who doesn't. They're going to show a replay of Norris why he is P5 on the board. Had a moment in that lap where he lost control of the car for a moment. So losing time on track to keep control of the car. Albon going P2 on the board right now, 114.376. 71 thousandths behind Max. Leclerc has gone top of the board. 113.885, one of the first in the 113s. Fastest third sector, 420 gap to Max. Hooray. We are adults here. Oscar has hardly any last problems. No, he went out with the aero pit, the aero rake. So he went out, did what he needed to do, and they brought the car in. So they're now setting it. They're basically setting the car up for another program. Wouldn't worry about Oscar for another like 10, 15 minutes at most. Yeah, a lot of people cooking right now, so times are moving pretty quickly. Snow just went P4. Russell's on a flying lap. Norris is on a flying lap. Norris fastest first sector and Russell fastest second sector right now. Russell's coming a bit. Russell just did a 114.037. He's 146 behind Leclerc, fastest second sector. Norris just went P3. He's 0.220 behind Leclerc. Gasly's gone P8, about a second behind. Proved in all is sector times, but no fastest sector, that is. Ocon just went to P16. He's over 2 seconds though behind what Leclerc has done. So Isaac on a medium tire just went P5. He's half a second behind Leclerc. Proven all his times, but he again did it on a medium tire. Yeah, again, huge respect, and again, he's one of the two rookies that have been really performing this season. We have yellow flag. Why? Yellow flag on track, and why? It looks like a red flag. Oh, it is Charles Leclerc. Oh, and his wheel has collapsed, so he has hit the wall. Is that the wall of champions? So Charles says he's okay over the radio. He has hit the wall. Turn 3? Yeah. So here we go. You get the replay for Leclerc right now. He's coming. Uh, Passes a racing bull, but that's not the issue here. Oh, he goes off. He goes wide. He goes off track and hits the wall. I, no, this is not the wall of champions. No, he hit the barrier on the left side. Yeah, this is totally driver error. That's totally driver error. So he's stopped by the wall at turn 4, but it's actually at turn 3 where he hits the barrier. Yeah, Liam, he passes Liam before him, but that's several seconds before. Liam gets a great view of what happened, but he's not the reason for it. That's all on Charles. What happened? What I just turned in. Charles just went into one of the barrier. He goes wide, goes to the grass, and hits the barrier wall. And there's really no excuse for that. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you watch it, it's like you think one of the rookies, yeah, he just doesn't. He goes wide and he just hits the wall on the left side, and both of his wheels collapse. It's one of the F1 75 banners that he hit. And he comes to stop at turn 4 on the other side of the track. So again, this is your red flag with Grash. Gee, who knew? I find Kirk really wants to leave Ferrari. Yeah, Leclerc is out of his car. He's walking about. He might be taking the medical. He might be taking medical as a precaution. But he looks okay. He is behind the barrier there. They've got the crane out. They've got the flatbed lorry, or the truck, as we would call here in the United States. Oh, he crashed. Oh, he totally crashed. Lost control of the car, went into the grass, hit the wall. Yeah, it's not a like. I mean, he's out for the session. I mean, they'll be able to fix his car as long as he doesn't have suspension damage. Tom American says the suspension is gone. That's not good. How much damage? The left side of the car is the wheels have collapsed, which is intention. We think the chicane at turn 3. Again, we also had a turn at Filipino lose it at turn 1. So again, the track has been dirty. It was dirty with F1 Academy earlier with their practice. So again, we are in a red flag scenario. Again, Leclerc still has a 113.885 on the board. He's top of the board right now in that first 20 minutes. Again, we're 40 minutes and 46 seconds left in this session. Again, with a red flag in practice, time still continues. If we were in quali, the timer would stop. We don't necessarily have a timer in the race unless we get to, the race has a 2-hour timer, but that doesn't come up unless we get like a long red flag scenario, and that comes into play. Biggest problem would be chassis damage. That would be game over. I don't think the chassis is bad. There could be side pod damage that I'm not aware about. Suspension gearbox are the two big ones as well. So we'll see. Will Kirk be back in FP1? No, he won't. He's out. He's out for the rest of the session. How's the weather looking today? It's going to be sunny today. Increasing in chance of rain over the weekend, but it's a low chance. The biggest issue, though, and it doesn't look like it's a big issue right now, is that there are wildfires in Canada, and last week they hit high air quality levels were extremely bad last week. It's been a week. It looks like it's improved, so we don't look like the air looks good in Montreal. We don't if those fires were in play here, wow, Borlel is bouncing around people. The sky would look gray and dark, and it's not. It's a normal bluish color. So, actually, I just got here. What happened? Charles Leclerc crashed at turn 3 into the wall and stopped at turn 4 and that chicane. Hero 3S saying, any French fan here? There more over in YouTube chat than Twitch chat, to be honest. Of course, this is I don't see the P1 guys broadcasting. Session will resume 13:53, so it's about a minute with about a minute. You can see, a minute to go in chat. It's about to have an automated audio cue when there's a yellow or red flag. Don't know. That's a racing statistics question, and that's something we'll have to look at after the session is over. It may not. It's something we'd have to look at to implement. The one thing about that is, particularly with yellow flags, we can get a lot of yellow flags for no good reason if someone goes off the track and comes back on. Why is Oscar so slow? Oh, because he only did a few laps. So Oscar went out with what's called an aero rake on the car. He did a couple laps. He did a couple laps with the aero rake on and came back into the pits. And he just hasn't had a chance to come back out. He was actually on a push lap when the incident happened. So we're back to yellow flag already. So cars are going out. What has happened here? Again, you listen to the Race and Tickets channel as a family. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch. And it's gone back to green. I don't know why that section turned yellow for whatever reason. Yeah, so not sure why that yellow flag. Commentators on F1 TV don't know why that happened as well. But it has gone green again. Again, last year we had the incident where the cameras it was last year, the year before, we had an incident with the track cameras for race control going down and not broadcasting. And Oscar is on track. So again, not that the red flag helped Oscar. It's just, I mean, he was on track when the red flag happened. He just hasn't had a chance to set an actual time on track that's representative. And Shane Hutt pointing out that Hamilton can get a podium this weekend. How many yellows today? Well, look, we've had 2 yellows and a red flag, Zachy. So for those who are keeping track, my red flag counter for me has been set to 1 right now. Yeah, we are 34 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the session. It has been we've had a lot happen already. First 10 minutes, Colapino did spin around on turn 1. Then we had Leclerc hitting the wall around 40 minutes to go in this session. We've now gone green flag. We had a portion of the track in sector 10. So that's from turn 8 to turn 10 was a yellow when they came out, but went green. Question about the next sprint race. That would be Australia, the next race. So this weekend is basically we've got our 3 practice sessions. Oh, which Mercedes is this one? Got a replay of one of the Mercedes losing control. We've got Lando being a lawnmower. Another yellow flag, gone green again. We got people going off track at the chicanes. They are pushing their cars more than they should be. These are the next. Hamilton coming into the pits right now. Being told Belgium's the next sprint race. I'll look up that between FP1 and FP2 guys. Again, this weekend we got FP2, FP3, FP3, and then quali tomorrow. Bringing Hamilton to the garage. So we're going P9, 114.821. That's almost a 9.36 behind Leclerc time that Leclerc set. Leclerc again, the only one in the 113th again, but also the only one who's crashed in this session. Did have a spin out from Colapino. Oh, Hamilton is spun out as well. That's why he's coming in. He's coming to the pits. That's interesting. Track is dirty. We can see them kicking up dust on in parts of this track. So yeah, there will be a good amount of track evolution this weekend. Again, only F1 and F1 Academy are racing this weekend. Verstappen has gone back to the top of the board, 113.863. Antonelli's gone 12th. Sainz has gone 5th. He's the only one. Sprint race, no, sprint race, Martin. Joel's asking, saying, you have a theory Red Bull is interested in signing Leclerc for the second Red Bull. Man, there's a lot of theories been throwing about right now. Albon is pitting. Lawson has gone to P8, 114.458. He's 595 behind Verstappen's time. Is Toronto sprint? No. No sprint weekend. We're not a sprint weekend. This is a normal weekend, everyone. Colbino does a 115.450. That's 1.5 behind Verstappen's time. Alonso to P6, 461 behind Max's time. It's a 142.993. I'm sorry, it's a 114.324. I got that wrong. I read Isaac's last lap time by mistake. My apologies. A good recovery too. Well, again, you'll be in the hospital, Jay, on July 4th. That is that's the Silverstone weekend. So we have good recovery to you. Following along with Sonoda right now. He's on a flying lap right now. He's currently, where is he? 10th on the board. He finished his last lap. Gasly's gone to P9, 114.388. Now, Russell is coming to the line. Fastest second sector. Russell going to go top of the board. So improved in sector 1, fastest sector 2. Did not improve in sector 3. He does a 113.535. He's 328 behind. Sorry, Max is 328 now behind him, and Leclerc is 350 behind. Yeah, did that. It's Leclerc's fastest lap before he crashed. We're got 28 minutes to go in this session. You're listening to the Race Statistics channel. Thank those who are on Twitch. Thank you here on YouTube and elsewhere. Oscar just did P11, 114.512. He's 1 second behind on a soft tire. Is he loaded down is the question. That's the question on hand. Is Oscar loaded down? So this is like a race run. Barlow on a flying lap just passed him on track. Lawson just do P6, 114.305 on medium tire. He's 770 behind Russell's time. Will Charles come out of the pits? No, he's out for the session. It'll be interesting what if he comes out in FP2, depending on how much damage he has. That's not a good state to be for the Ferrari team. They only got Hamilton out there right now doing work. Right now, Hamilton's improved in Sector 1. He's improving in Sector 2, though he's got some subsectors. Did not improve entirely in Sector 2. So it's an inconsistent lap with Hamilton right now, P16. Albon improving in his lap time so far. Bordello's gone to 14th. He's over a second, 1.3. Albon ends up being P4 with his gap is 352 behind Russell to 113 lap. Hamilton is a 114.214. He's 679 behind Russell's time. Lost a lot of time in sector 2. See who's cooking right now. Hulkenberg looks he's potentially cooking, though. Improved in sector 1, but not in sector 2. Antonelli's improved in sector 1. See how he does in sector 2. There's a whole bunch of people. Russell, Anthony Boyle, Albon, Sainz, Hamilton, Gas, I think is, and Oscar are all bunched up from turn 5 through turn 8. Oscar's got traffic. He's on a flying lap. Italy and Oscar right now are the two drivers that we're looking at. Italy just jumped to P8, 114.289. He's 3/4 of a second behind Russell, particularly a 7.54 gap. Thank everyone who's here right now. We got 24 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the session. Again, this is Grash giving you live coverage. We've got Max on the track right now. And he's about to start. It looks like to start a flying lap. Albert is on a flying lap right now. Sainz started a flying lap. It's okay, but he didn't improve in his times. Stoner just finished his lap at 113.927. He's 392 behind Russell. Max is the fastest first sector so far. He's on a soft tire. Isaac is coming out of the pits right now. Alonso's also on a outlap at the moment. Right now we got Norris, Lawson, Oscar, Hulkenberg, and Stroll, Calpino, and Esteban in the pits right now. Gasly just went P6, 114.012. He's so Sainz finished his lap at 113.257, top of the board. That's 260 faster than Russell. Stappen just topped that. He's 82 faster than that. So Max the fastest first and third sector. Well, Sainz retains the second sector fast in terms of speed. So we're seeing Williams perform well here this weekend. We're seeing Red Bull perform well this weekend. We're seeing Tsunoda perform well. We're seeing Ferrari, if they don't crash, perform well. It's going to be interesting. So the P1 guys were not broadcasting. So they're going to get an interesting Matt Gallagher moment of, hey, Charles crashed. Oh, Max had to go off track for a little bit because of Hamilton. Hamilton was in the middle of the track. There was enough room for Max to get by, but still he had to go off track and hit dirt and grass. So that is interesting. That is hilarious. Yes, he is hilarious. That's why he is. That's why F1 hires him to do the esports broadcast. Nothing to see about in terms of competing or any whatnot. Um, Again, if there's any stewards documents that we need to look over, I will point those out in FB2. Bierman's up to 16th. Trying to see who's on a flying lap right now. Albin's starting a flying lap. Borrello on a flying lap as well. Right now we got Russell, Hamilton in the pits. Leclerc is in the pits by virtue of being crashed. Norris is in the pits. Oscar's coming out of the pits, and we got Hulkman and Stroll in the pits right now. We got Stroll back on track action after hurting himself in Spain. Albon fastest first sector, but not an improvement in his second sector. It's a good time. Borrello just went to 13th at 114.324. Isaac on a good first on a flying lap. He didn't improve in sector 1, but it's actually a good sector 1 time. It's decent. Albon moves up to P2, 113.3232. So he's 39 thousandths behind Max. Fastest first and third sector did improve in the second sector, though. Isaac Wentz goes P9, 114.059. He's 866 behind Max. Not improving in his times. Ocon goes to 17th. And he's over a second and a half behind the pace. Bell's in the pit, Hulkenberg in the pit, Norris in the pits, Hamilton and Russell in the pits. Clark has crashed out this session. Are these times listed correct? Yes, they are. These are live times. Alonso's gone to P8 with 113.972. He's 779 behind Verstappen's top time. So yeah, we've got Max 1, Albon 2, Sainz 3. We haven't seen Williams do this well. So I'm going to take a look at what they brought for upgrades between FP2 and FP3. I mean, sorry, between FP1 and FP2. Oscar right now, he's he's over a second off the pace after two sectors. So he's not on a quality run at all. Stroll is to 16th. So right now, McLaren is set 11th and 15th. I don't think they're showing their hand right now. I think they're doing tire degradation and race run stuff and not worrying about quality. We'll see better times for quality in this afternoon in FP2. And evidently he's gone P9 with a 114.002. 809 behind Max. Under 17 minutes to go in this session. Again, you're listening to the Racing Statistics channel. This is Grash. So there's a turn 2 incident involving Albon and Alonso noted impeding. So Isaac has gone P6, 113.671. He's 478, so half a second behind Verstappen. again, we've got a impeding incident noted. Nope, we're going to review no further. So they've decided to let that go. That was between Albin and Alonso around turn 2. Watson's going to P9 with a 113.960. See anyone making any improvements right now? Alonso, maybe. Alonso has a decent first sector. Good sector 2. He improved in his times. We'll see how he goes. Does not start sector 3 particularly well. Is he coming into the pits? He may be abandoning his lap. Yeah, Alonso's going to abandon this lap. So Alonso pits. Here comes Albin to the line. Albin right now P2. He's only 39 thousandths behind Max right now. His teammate is only 82 thousandths behind Max, so they're both under a tenth. So 1, 2, 3 are within a tenth of each other. Russell is 3.42, so 3.4 tenths. Gasly up to P7. He's 624 behind Max. Is a 113.817 lap time. Did Ferrari get the upgrade, or did they actually delay it? I don't know. I'm gonna have to check that because Charles did crash about 15 minutes into the session. He hit the wall at turn 3 and stopped at 4, where he's on where his icon is on track. So that will be a question whether he got the upgrade and destroyed it or what's going on. We're 14 minutes to go in this session. Let's see who's cooking right now. Maybe Lawson. Lawson's improved. Bierman improved in sector 1, but not in sector 2. But it's a decent sector 2 time. No, it's slow, but it's not an abandoning time. Hamilton again facing brake problems. Yeah, I just saw that on the message on the radio. He was complaining about brakes. Hamilton has gone 19 laps. He's gone a while on. I think he's gone a while on those soft tires, so it could be the tires maybe falling off as well. Lawson goes to P7 with 113.737. He's 0.544 over half a second from Max's time. So Isaac and Lawson are within a tenth of each other. That's interesting. And they're in the top 10. So surprises this weekend is that the Racing Bull is really good. Williams are looking really good. They're right now P2, P3. Max is looking really good. Russell is looking good. Ferrari is okay if they don't hit the wall. Tsunoda right now is P10. He's 7 tenths behind Max. He's in the pits right now. He'll probably come out for another program in another minute or so. Yeah, I'm moving my mic so it's closer to me, so it's picking up my voice better. Minus McLaren, are they just playing? I think they are right now. I don't think they're showing their hand at the moment. This is FP1. It's the conditions where the track are right now are not representative of what we'll see in in quali or in the race. Yeah, so those who are asking about FP2, so we've got about 10 minutes to go. When this session ends, it'll be about 2.5 hours before FP2 starts. We will be live in about 2 hours and 10 minutes. We'll probably be live again with some music before I come back on for FP2. And I try and come on 10 minutes session. Um, that give or take a few minutes if I have to deal with some things in the last minute. Potatoes is pointing out that McLaren has a new rear wing designed for Canada. That's interesting. Several on track right now. We'll see a lot of people again. Albon's in the pit. Isaac Lawson, Gasly, not going to come back out. But Sonoda, Alonso, Stroll, Behrman, Khan are in the pits. Oscar just went up to 14th. He's over a second behind Max. He did 1:14.198, so it's literally 1 second, 0.005 behind Max. I think he's loaded. I think they're testing things with Oscar, and because I know he started with the air rake on the car, so I don't think they are pushing the car. Yeah, I don't think that McLaren is pushing their cars this session. They're not doing a full-on quality type run right now. I think they're testing things and they're looking at data for the race. I mean, it's just yeah. But the thing about practice is that it shows who is in the groove already, who's looking good out of the box. And again, Red Bull is looking great out of the box. This is like a classic, 2 years ago, 2023, where Max came out of the box and put a line in the sand. What is surprising, we're seeing Williams P2, P3 within a tenth. And then Russell is 3.4 off of that. 342 thousandths. What happened with Leclerc? Leclerc lost control of the car and then went into the grass and went into the bended on the wall, crashed left side, hit the left side of his car into the wall. Both tires collapsed as they're supposed to in that situation, and he coasted to the part of turn 4. So that happened at turn 3 and stopped at turn 4. Yet to see how much damage he caused to the car. And that brought out the red flag for me. So I did put. Someone said not to make it interesting, and I put a emote into chat. That has come true. Ooh, Lando around turn 10, going a little bit wide, not getting a good rotation around that hairpin curve. Current performing quality, yeah, they probably will. I mean, we'll probably see FP2 that perform a little bit better. This year's Constructors Championship is going insane. Are we counting F2 in that list as well? Because Monaco was absolutely nuts with FP2 with F2 this year. Will it be raining on race day? I don't believe it will be. Mohammed saying Yuki to start performing. Well, Yuki's P10. I know he's 7/10 off of Max's pace, and I know that's not. We'd like to see him perform better, but it's not P20. Is there a chance of Hamilton going up? I don't. I think not really. I think they've sent him out on a race run right now. Like he's doing 117 laps. Max lasted was 115. Albon Sainz are doing 117. Norris did 113.651. Fastest second sector, but did not improve in sector 1 or did improve in sector 3. He's still 4.85 behind Max. Yeah, there's a chance of rain, but again, we'll have a better forecast tomorrow, and a better forecast during the race itself. So I wouldn't worry about rain right now at the moment. Yoker, wait, Charles might leave. Well, there's a lot of like weird stories about Ferrari right now. Apparently there were like 3 or 4 stories that came out this morning about Fred Vasseur. And there's a couple of people pointing to some of the bigwigs at Ferrari who put out hit pieces on them. So I know Hamilton has put his faith in Vasseur about leading the team. I don't think Charles is leaving well. He's basically the number 1 driver on that team. Sorry, Ashley. Seems like you're cold. Fred's contact Renault this year. I don't see them. Why? Yeah, I don't see Ferrari getting rid of Vasseur. I think there's a lot of. This is not the year to get rid of him going into a new year with new regulations. But we've seen crazier things happen before. We got about 3 minutes to go, 3:10 to go left in this practice. Right now, everyone's getting on track to at least, with the exception of Leclerc, who crashed. Colpino was the last one to. He is on pit out now, so everyone is on track who can be. Yeah, it feels there's a lot of like Italian journalism in play here, and Italian journalism has been wildly speculative and tinfoil hat at times. So yeah, that's where I'm at on this story right now. I probably will take a look at it again, if not for FP2 later tonight for me. Under 2 minutes to go in this session. Again, when we're done on live stream, now's a great time to like and subscribe. You hit the bell and you subscribe on YouTube, you'll get notifications. For those of you who are on Twitch, if you if you subscribe to the channel and your notifications set up correctly, you'll get them. If you're on TikTok, I don't know how that happens over there. Again, we do have a Discord channel, so We'll be talking about things between FP1 and FP2 there as well. Again, we've got a great community as well. There's a lot of videos been posted lately. If you are on another platform, we hope to see you again soon. Again, this has been Grash with live action, taking you the live action of this session. Again, the big story right now, Leclerc crashed early on, and we've had a sloppy session from a lot of people. Max going off track, Lando having bad turns in the hairpin. Oscar P14, but though he started with aero rake on the car, and we suspect that he was doing testing and not doing the fastest lap possible. Looking right now, I don't see anyone doing any improvements in their time, so this session is going to come pretty quickly to an end. Lupus better get the doggo walked out now. Yeah, no, you got 2.5 hours to do it, man. So you don't worry, you got time. Again, we'll be back in about 2 hours. So about so track time, that would be 4:30 track time, 3:30 Eastern. 4:30 Eastern, 3:30 Central. If you are curious, if you go to the F1 website, they can do the time conversion for you. The flag has come out. Oscar just did a lap 2.2 behind. Yeah, 1:15.816. So not exactly a great lap. He's doing something, testing tire aggregation and whatnot. So again, what happened with McLaren? We suspect that they're doing race runs and not quali runs. They're weighted down with fuel and whatnot. You know, again, Oscar started out with an air rake in his car. I think he was the only one with it. So they're testing parts and testing things. Williams is cooking. Max was cooking in this session. So again, for everyone here in the Race Statistics, this has been Grash. We will see you in about 2 hours for FP2. Take care, everyone, and have a good afternoon. We'll see you in a few.